if there's this Roblox game called Pokemon Brick Bronze, and it took place in somewhere called the Roaria region. In Roaria, it's a region of where every single Pokemon is located, and with the famous Professor Cypress. So, my character's name is of course going to be Christian. He's sleeping in his room, up top, going, Then his alarm goes off, going, He gets annoyed and throws his alarm out the window, crushing the window. As he goes, uh-oh, I broke a window. Then he goes, oh wait, today's the day I get my first Pokemon from the professor! Yeah! As he says, but first I have to fill out my trainer card. As he puts in his name, Christian. As it says, Christian, I spelled that right? Yes, I did. As he walks out the door until he meets his best friend and longtime friend, Jake. Jake says, hey, we're gonna get our first Pokemon today. Are you happy? Christian says, yeah, I'm so ready. He says, well, first you have to go find your parents. Because they were looking for it. They told me to tell you, because you're a late sleeper, to go find them in the mine. In the construction site. Christian says, right. He says, I'm gonna go get mine first. He goes, cheater! As he quickly runs faster than Jake can even fathom. As he rushes saying, hey guys! Hey mom, hey dad! And his parents take him straight to there. And his parents are archaeologists, which are Pokemon fossil researchers, and they just blocked off a designated cave thing. As he's taken there. As they run over there with Christian making it in before Jake. Being tied, he says, alright, Jake. But once he gets in there, he realizes that Jake's gone. That was just a fake sign of him. He goes, Jake, you cheater! As he runs in and kicks open the door saying, you cheated! He goes, hee, and I already got my Pokemon. He says, I got an Eevee! Christian goes, pretty cool. He says, as he looks at Cypress and Cypress, and he says, I'm Professor Cypress. You're going to be you have a choice of 21 of these Pokemon breeds. Choose wisely. He says, oh, and for 25 Poké-Dollars, you can buy another one from my assistant. Christian says, I'll take it. As he says, pick your first Pokemon ever. Christian says, I already chose one. Cyndaquil! As he picks up his Cyndaquil going, yeah! As he goes, Cyndaquil! He says, now for my second. Squirtle! Squirtle, Squirtle, Squirtle! He says, heh. He says, alright, you ready to battle? Jake? He goes, yup. Christian says, alright, Squirtle! As Squirtle and Eevee get ready, Christian says, Squirtle, tackle! I think Squirtle's the one that knows tackle. No, Squirtle knows pound. He says, Squirtle, pound! As it hits Eevee, and then Jake says, Eevee, tackle! And with the tackle hits Squirtle, Christian says, bubble! And with a bubble on Eevee's face, he says, bite! And with a bite, defeats Eevee. He says, good job, Squirtle! They go, fresh vanilla, rock and roll, chocolate, peanut butter, cookie dough, scoop daddies, scoop daddies, scoop daddies, scoop shaka laka shaka. Jake says, you didn't have to rub insult to the wound. He goes, sorry about that, I was just excited. We just had our first Pokemon battle, and we felt so in sync. Jake says, I know, right? Then he says, young Christian, do you mind coming here? Which is Professor Cypress. He goes, yes, sir. As he says, here you go. As he places this machine on top of his head, he says, that's an experience share. Place it on one of your Pokemon. Put it on one of your Pokemon, and it will share its XP that it gets with other Pokemon. He goes, right, yes, sir. As he puts it on his Squirtle, But he puts it on. He just turns on his experience share, going boom. So now every time he gets more, it shares. So now, but then he walks back. Then then Christian's parents say, "Oh, honey, here you go. This is a gift for your first battle, the brick bronze key." As he wraps it around his neck and goes, and then tucks it under his shirt, so it's perfect. He goes, "Thank you." As he says, "Jake, let's get started." They go, "Yeah." As they run through, he said, but then the mom says, "Wait, we have to talk to Professor Cypress. Don't go too far." He goes, "Sorry, Mom, but we kind of have to." He says, "Alright, Jake, let's start by battling some trainers." As they start battling trainers. As when they start running through the grass, but then Christian, when they get out of there, Jake's not there. He goes, "Jake? Jake?" He goes, he chickened out again. Ah. As he walks to the gate, the giant door gate where it's supposed to open, and he's about to touch it, but then all he hears is Christian! As he hears Jake in a very not really, he says, "Yeah, Jake, what's up?" He says, "Quickly, come back, quick!" He goes, "Right," as he runs back. He says, as the professor says, "Young Christian, I'm sorry to say this, but your parents have been taken by some Team Eclipse members." As a sad moment, as he goes, "What?" As he starts to tear up, saying, "I'll destroy any Team Eclipse member I ever see." Jake says, "Whoa, calm down, man." He goes, "No, I won't calm down. Every Team Eclipse member I see, they'll be beaten senseless until I find info to get them back." As with a pissed thing, he runs, saying, as he goes somewhere to keep his cool, going, he has a huge hate for Team Eclipse. If he ever sees a member, he knows what he's gonna do. He's gonna absolutely kick their asses. Then he heads to the next city. I'll be right back, actually. I need to go check what that city was called. Hey, Mom? Mom? Hey, Mom? I'm just gonna stay right here. I'm gonna stay right here. Please, Mom, I'm gonna stay right here. I have to go to the vet. Alright? We have to go sit down. Okay, when we go back and make the shakes after you go. Okay? Everyone, okay. Okay, Mom? Right. Jeff? Jeff? You want your medicine? What's the bathroom? How much does this stay about this? What's it? No? You better turn out what? Oh, Christian, you already put the shades down, you little knucklehead. Do you want anything to eat, Jeff? A snack? Okay. Do you want a cup of ice? Yes. A bigger cup? Chicken, we eat you up. Yeah.
Velveeta's. The blueberry cookies. I don't know. Give me Cameron. Get out of here. No. I'm just going to see that. Stay out. I'm not kidding.
Quick research of the town name. So after the first names of the Cheshire town, after the names of finally the cities I got, it took me a while to look for the videos, but I finally found it. So let's get into this. He would basically head straight to Cheshire town. In Cheshire town, he'd meet a lady named something. I forgot her name. I already forgot her name. I'm gonna go check her name quickly. It'll be like 2 seconds. I think her name was Linda. I'm not sure. Give me a sec. I walk in like a dime piece and I am not too happy 'cause I'm gonna beat this. Linda. It's Linda. Alright, look, so this lady, Linda, brings him into her and explains how she is also working against Team Eclipse. Then she looks at this necklace going, that's a pretty cool necklace. Thanks! Do you mind if I... And then she steals it from him and runs away. He goes, damn you! As he runs out, ready to grab her and crush her head into the wall. But then she gets out of the house. He goes, as he runs out, and then Jake appears. He says, hey, Christian, I just saw some lady run out, laughing. He goes, and then Christian says, she stole my brick bronze, and I'm gonna kill her. He goes, whoa, calm down, dude. It's a necklace. I know it's a necklace that your parents gave you, but that doesn't give you the right to murder somebody. He says it's a metaphor. He goes, I'm not actually gonna do it. He says, I'm not actually gonna do it, but I'm going to tear her apart in battle. As he says, let's go! Now! As he rushes in the forest, Jake stands at the entrance so she can't get out. Christian speeds through and catches a Nidoran in the process. A Nidoran male. He goes, you'll be coming with me. As he goes, and finds her saying, why you? As she says, oh, looks like you found me. I'm not giving it up. I'm from Team Eclipse. And once he hears that, he goes, send out your Pokemon. Now. She goes, She says, scary. He goes, alright, Cyndaquil, blast her with a full power, and I am literally recording a video. Oh my god. Yeah, that was. as Cyndaquil obliterates him with a obliterates your Poochyena with a arm thrust. I mean, not with an obliterates your Poochyena with a humongous ember. As everyone sees from Cheshire Town, everyone's like, whoa! Jake says, he's mad. He's very mad. I'm not gonna stay here. He says, everyone evacuate the city. Evacuate the town. Everyone's like, why? He says, because my friend is pissed and he's gonna blow down the forest right now if we don't escape. They go, call Officer Jenny. As they call Officer Jenny, and she starts saying, please, everyone stay calm. Don't evacuate. Just stay here. Stay calm. I'll go in the forest and check it out. As he goes, all right. As then she says, all right, Pancham, use whatever the attack rising thingy is. As she rises his attack, he goes, as then she says, arm thrust. As it starts hitting Cyndaquil, he goes, no, Cyndaquil! He goes, as he's going more insane by the second, he says, ember it and kill it. As he goes, Cyndaquil! As it obliterates him, going, as people see an even bigger fire, as he goes, as he rips the necklace off of her and ties it back around him and says, Cyndaquil, ember her. Cyndaquil is hesitant. He says, okay, as he snaps out of it, saying, I'm sorry, Cyndaquil, for scaring you. As he says, but still, she deserves an ember. Hit her softly. He goes, Cyndaquil, and hits her, as I see a giant big light. As he walks out of the forest with Cyndaquil on his back and his necklace back. As she goes, young man, are you okay? He goes, I'm the one who caused that entire thing. Arrest that woman right now. He goes, she's a part of Team Eclipse, the people who kidnapped my parents. And now and he says, can I sign a contract? He says, sign a contract for what? He says, can I sign a contract that I have every right in the world to beat up a Team Eclipse member if I see them hurting or stealing or hurting anybody or stealing Pokemon? They say, just sign here. As he signs, saying, thank you. He says, I won't hurt any people with glasses, because I feel bad doing that. Or I won't hurt children, because they're probably being forced to be a part of Team Eclipse. As he runs out of there. Actually, look, pretend like he didn't have pretend like he didn't have a Blastoise. He does have a Nidoran, though. And he heads straight to Sylvan City with Jake. Jake says, are you okay? You don't seem okay. He goes, I'm just in a bad mood, alright? He says, geez, okay. Christian says, we should start separating on our journey. He goes, right. As Jake walks forward, as Christian goes to the coffee shop. As he takes a quick sip of his coffee, saying that he's drinking he's actually drinking hot cocoa. He goes, here you go, have some sauce about coffee, Cyndaquil. And Cyndaquil is drinking it, and so is Nidoran. They go, he goes, let's go. As he goes, Cyndaquil. So, then they head straight out of there and heading straight to he says, next on the map, Sylvan City. The location of the first gym. It's an electric type, huh? He says, then you'll be perfect for this. As then it's time for him to get going. He battles a quick trainer with a Skitty and absolutely bodies them. With just a quick ember. Then he thinks to the Cyndaquil, saying, And it's a special Cyndaquil. It doesn't have a normal ability that a normal Cyndaquil would have. It's got... I was gonna say I could give it speed boost because that'd just be pretty overpowered. But no. It's got Fire Flash, its hidden ability. Yes, Cyndaquil's hidden ability is Fire Flash. So any fire moves just to raise its firepower. He faces an Electrite and easily defeats it. He sweeps all the trainers on the route as he heads straight for the gym. As Jake, who hasn't gone to the gym yet, lost. As he heads back, Christian heads right in and battles the first trainer. Absolutely obliterating, just looking at him saying, pathetic. As the next one he throws out Nidoran, and Nidoran just double kicks the Electrite, defeating it. Then it poison stings the Mareep, then with a double kick its poison sting combo, it defeats the Mareep. He goes, such a nice Pokemon, I don't like hurting it. As he smiles saying, As he thinks to himself, could I just have a good time for once? Why did my life have to turn out like this? Then it's time to fight the gym leader, Chad. He says, alright, Cyndaquil, get ready for a battle. He says, but first I'll send out Nidoran. As he says, alright, Nidoran, double kick. And it double kicks the Electrite. As it goes, dun dun, as it backflips. Person says, good job, Nidoran, as it blitzes, turning around, then double kicking it. And with a double kick combo, it finally defeats him. Then he sends out his main Pokemon, Pikachu. He says, Pikachu, Charge Bolt! And when the Charge Bolt hits it, Pikachu's special attack is raised. Person says, damn it, it's raised. He says, Nidoran, spin around and Poison Sting! As he goes, Nidoran! As Pikachu jumps up, going, Pika! He says, oh, your tail, Pikachu! As he goes, Pikachu! It obliterates Nidoran. He goes, Nidoran! Nidoran's knocked out. He says, return, Nidoran! Have a good rest, buddy. As he puts it in his pocket, saying, go, Cyndaquil! As Cyndaquil is sent down, he says, Cyndaquil, quick attack! As it goes, Cyndaquil! As it hits Pikachu right in the face, which knocks him back. He says, Pikachu, Charge Bolt! Charge Beam! And a Charge Beam hits Cyndaquil. He goes, Cynda! As he says, quickly, Ember! And with a humongous Ember, blasts Pikachu. It hits Pikachu, and none of the gym challengers, or Jake, who's watching. It's like a giant stadium. It's like Galar. As everyone's like, whoa! I didn't expect that big of a giant smash of a giant Ember. God! As he says, good job. You're doing great. As he says, but then Ashes. He says, Pikachu, Iron Tail! As an Iron Tail, he says, quick attack! As he goes, duh! As they're clashing. But then Cyndaquil goes, Cyndaquil! As it evolves straight into Quilava. Then it turns into a flame charge going, Quilava! As it headbutts him right in the face, defeating him. Going, please stop, you're annoying me! As he goes, I think Nidoran evolves into Nidorino at level 23. I'm gonna say that evolves at level 16. As then he defeats him and gets his first badge, going, yeah, we rock! As he goes, Cyndaquil! Then he heads to the Pokemon Center, and then he travels by an old couple's house. And they're a really big Eevee lover. And then he says, as he starts talking to the old lady, she says, you seem like a careful trainer. Can you please take care of one of these Eevees? It's an Eevee that gets bullied a lot by the other Eevees. We took it to Nurse Joy, but they said nothing was wrong with it. Here, as he gets a shiny Eevee going, yeah, I got you. As he starts petting it, and it goes, Eevee! He says, alright, now to think, Eevee can evolve into many forms. I really love Umbreon, and Sylveon is pretty cool. But what would give me the best advantage? He says, let's see what Eevee likes. As he takes Eevee along. As Eevee's the only one out of its Pokeball, Cyndaquil's in its Pokeball. And no, he's not favoriting other Pokemon. His Pokemon understand that Eevee was bullied and it needs to gain trust. So he has a Pokemon picnic with Jake, who gives him the RTD, which teleports him to the trade resort and to the Battle Coliseum. They take a quick resort thing to the trade resort, where they just stand there, relaxing, going, "Oh." As he goes, But then a suspicious hooded figure, when Christian's in like the cool mind thingy, says, "Ah, kid, you have a Cyndaquil, I see. Well, I'd like to give you something." He says, "You're kind of sketchy. What are you doing?" As he comes closer, he says, as he punches Christian right in the gut, knocking him unconscious. Then looks at a Cyndaquil. Cyndaquil tries to nuke him. He says, "Such a fine Cyndaquil. I may just," as he puts his hand on Cyndaquil, then it goes, "Queew!" as it goes unconscious. As they both wake up in Cyndaquil, as he sees Cyndaquil, he goes, "Cyndaquil, are you okay?" He goes, "Queew!" As Jake runs in, say, "Christian, are you okay?" He goes, "I'm okay. Some hooded figure just said that I have a pretty cool Cyndaquil, and then he touched it. Then he punched me in the face, which knocked me out. Then he did something to Cyndaquil. As I tested, and they say that the Cyndaquil is pretty fine." He says, "Thank God." As they spend the rest of their vacation, Eevee is pretty happy, and they finally gained Eevee's trust. And that's it for this part.